Hi, my name is Tony Miller, and my marketing plan is on Beechwood Distributors located in New Berlin, Wisconsin. Beechwood is one of 20 Anheuser-Busch distributors throughout the country. Beechwood distributes thousands of different types of beer-related products as well as Monster Energy and Sprecher soda products. This campaign, however, will be focused on the beer industry and more specifically, the Bud Light brand. Bud Light has seen flat sales both locally and nationwide. Also, light beers in general are down 8.2% in Beechwood's territory. Beechwood's territory consists of Walworth, Waukesha, Washington, Ozaukee, Kenosha, Racine, and Ozaukee counties. In this territory, Bud Light is currently ranked 4th in terms of market share at 5.5%. Bud Light's two main competitors, Miller Lite, is ranked 1st at 14.4% market share, and Coors Light 3rd at 6% market share. The objective of this campaign will be to increase the market share of the Bud Light brand through a buy two get one free promotion of Bud Light 12-pack cans that is tailored to 10 specific events that revolve around the segments that will be identified, and also just general beer industry related trends and holidays. These events include Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Earth Day, Cinco de Mayo, the Super Bowl, World Series, and the Masters. The campaign will target 3 specific segments: Hispanics, millennials, and sports fans. The reason for these segments is because they had the highest index scores related to the heavy drinkers of Bud Light on MediaMark Reporter. These segments not only correlate well with Bud Light, but they also have a lot of potential to serve a large amount of future drinkers of Bud Light. For instance, the Hispanic population in the United States is supposed to increase 53% by 2020. Hispanic buying power is also supposed to increase to 1.7 trillion US dollars by 2017. On the other hand, millennials are the largest current generation in the United States, with fast-moving consumer goods purchasing power expected to increase to 70% by 2020. The millennial segment will be targeted towards the Earth Day event because a study was found that showed the #1 attribute millennials ranked in terms of how they describe their generation was environmental consciousness. Also, Wisconsin has a very large sports culture with 3 professional teams in the Brewers, Bucks, and Packers, as well as a large Chicago sports fan base less than an hour from Beechwood's territory. This, along with Wisconsin's heavy drinking culture, the average Wisconsinite drinks approximately 384 beers annually. So the heavy drinking culture plus the large sports fan base in Wisconsin creates a nice target for this campaign. Also, the 3 events that will be targeted for the sports fans are the World Series, Super Bowl, and the Masters. And for Hispanics, it will be Cinco de Mayo. The rest of the events are all basically national holidays that are just in there to attract the rest of the demographic in the United States, since Bud Light caters to all different types of people. So a more specific objective of this campaign is going to increase the off-premise market share of Bud Light by 1.67%, or 56,442 units, to obtain 75% market coverage of the potential in this market. Now you might ask, why off-premise, and what is off-premise? Well, off-premise is basically retail accounts consisting of gas stations, liquor stores, grocery stores, supermarkets, and so on. On-premise, on the other hand, is bars and restaurants. So a reason we're going to leave on-premise out of this campaign is, 1, because this campaign revolves around a buy two get one free deal that in order to run, we will need to build displays in store And of course, you cannot build a display in a bar or restaurant, so that's one reason. The other reason is that 61% of Beechwood's sales come from off-premise accounts, as well as 85% of their sales come from packaged goods, which are all sold or only sold at off-premise accounts. And then the second objective of this campaign is going to be to increase brand preferability of the Bud Light brand simply through maximization of unit sales using the buy two get one free deal. The hope is that consumers are going to go to market to take advantage of this deal and in turn sway their preference in the light beer category more towards Bud Light over the competitors Miller Lite and Coors Light. The plan will begin on December 16th, 2016 and end on December 16th, 2017 with specific start and end dates for each event. The buy two get one free deal will begin a week prior to each event start date and end a day after the event is over. Now again, Bud Light caters to all different types of people, or at least that is the history of the brand that marketers have used. They've tried to market it to all different types of people, basically for anyone who's trying to go out and have a good time, just be social. For this campaign, it will directly focus on positioning Bud Light more on the individuality aspect of each person, trying to tie in Bud Light with an experience like the Super Bowl or New Year's. We're hoping to give consumers an identity with the event and the Bud Light brand, and hopefully that will make them come back and buy more in the future. Now, compared to Miller Lite positions itself more around the calorie intake and the drinkability of the beer, hence their slogan, great taste, less filling. Whereas Coors Light positions itself more as the coldest tasting beer in the world. So you can see the distinct positions that all three of these brands take on. Bud Light's going to focus more on the experience aspect and the individuality aspect. The promotion will use an objective task approach, meaning we're just going to use as much advertising money that will be needed to reach our goal of 75% coverage of the market potential. The promotion will use individually themed in-store signage, displays, and coupons related to the three segments, as well as different themes for the rest of the holidays not related to these segments. Beechwood will employ an intensive distribution strategy for the Bud Light promotion by getting as many 12-pack cans of Bud Light into as many stores as possible. This goes along well with Beechwood's overall philosophy, which is that distribution equals sales. They very much pride themselves on getting as many products to as many different counts as possible, because if they're not there, then they won't sell. Now, the cost of one Bud Light 12-pack can for Beechwood to buy from the Anheuser-Busch brewery is $5.42. Beechwood then sells it to retailers for a price of $8.33, a 35% markup, who then sell it to consumers for $8.99. The reason Beechwood gets such high margins on these products is because of their great partnership with Anheuser-Busch. The Anheuser-Busch brewery has great economies of scale. They're able to mass produce at a much cheaper and more efficient level than many other brewers across the nation, which allows in turn Beechwood, a distributor of theirs, to run promotions of this discounted level and in hopes of gaining more market share. Now, the discounted price, taking into account the buy two get one, will be $5.58 to the consumer. That doesn't leave Beechwood a lot of room to make money, so we're going to have to price the cost we sell to retailers at $5.50, meaning Beechwood will make 8 cents per case. And again, that's not a lot, but you have to remember that the objective of this campaign is to increase the market share coverage to 75%, and we're not focusing on profits or revenue. It's all about market share and getting more unit sales and getting those Bud Light products into the hands of the consumer, hoping to change their brand preference in the light beer category. Now, looking at the main expenses that will be needed to cover this plan, first are just variable costs, and to get that, I took the units needed to obtain the 75% market share objective times the variable cost of $5.42, which equals $305,916. Sales, on the other hand, will be $310,431. Now, the rest of the costs will include the cost of ink and paper to make signs, which will be made at company headquarters in the sign department. The signs will cost approximately 50 cents each to make. There are 1,590 off-premise account stores. We're going to want to get 2 signs to each store, so the end total will be approximately $1,595 for the sign cost. And then the final cost is going to be coupons. Now, Anheuser-Busch will supply or finance Beechwood for any promotion that uses one of their products by paying at least 80% of the coupon cost. Now, an average coupon cost for one event is about $1,000. So 10 events times $1,000, $10,000. Beechwood will only pay 20% of that, so $2,000 in total coupon costs. Salary expenses, freight delivery, and administrative expenses will not be included in this budget since these costs are fixed and will occur either way if the plan was implemented or not. And the final profit on this plan is only $920. And again, this isn't the true return on investment, as that will be noted in if we reach our true market share objective of 5.03% or 75% market coverage, as well as increasing brand preferability, which will be measured by distributing a survey at the beginning and end of the plan with a single question on a scale of 1 to 10, asking consumers how much they prefer the Bud Light brand compared to other competing brands. And this will be distributed via our Facebook page or Beechwood's Facebook page or direct emails. And the man who will be implementing and controlling this plan is the VP of Sales and Marketing at Beechwood, Dave Hock. Dave will also track the market share objective by measuring market share at the end of each one of the 10 promotional events during the plan. That's it. Thank you.